Have you been there before? Frustration? Pretty stupid question, because I know if you have any amount of trading experience with real money, then you've been frustrated before. We've all been frustrated before, but there is such a thing as false frustration, especially as a day trader. And that's what I want to talk about and share with you in this video. And no worries, I guess this is going to be kind of a pep talk video, but it'll be a pep talk video, not in the sense of, well, you know, I read in a book once and I heard that. No. There's going to be no theory here. I'm going to walk you through a real life example that happened to me, but that illustrates false frustration. And hopefully I can remind you and motivate and inspire you to, you know what? Yes, frustration is real, but in some situations it's completely false because it's not justified. And I'll show you exactly what I mean here. So to set up the context here, like I said, I'm using a real life example, but I'm going to go ahead and show you an alert that I made to my private community, and then you'll see that I ultimately do take the trade that I alert to the community. So let's set up the context here, and you're gonna see exactly what was alerted to the community that I offer again at claytrader.com.
Hey Clay, how does your chat room work? I know you offer private community right there. So first just got NVIDIA, alerted as a potential dead cat, and then updated it with a 150 flush point, and that's the trade you saw me take.
So you can see there that I am interested in $150. Now, a little clarification, I'm looking to go short. So I don't know how much of a beginner to day trading you are, but going short, shorting a stock means I want to see those prices go down, because if those prices go down, I will be making money. So as bizarre as it may sound if you're a beginner, yes, believe it or not, you can make money in the markets when values go down. And again, that is known as going short or shorting a stock. So in trading terminology, I'm looking to short NVIDIA at 150. So I do take the trade, and let's see what that looks like.
I'm watching 150 here as a potential short in there at 150, basically right on the dot there. So looking for this to get down here. So out there for a nice quick $300 score. Given that it's still just the second minute of the day, that was a scalp.
So there you go. And I don't know, let's call it 10 seconds, 15 seconds at most. Put $300 into my pocket because I chose to do a scalp. So again, another little quick day trading term. Scalp meaning you're looking to be in and out very, very quickly. And in this situation, right around 10, 15 seconds, put $300 into my pocket. Pretty nice, huh? But let's now go look and see, the rest of the story. So what we have here is a chart, and this is showing you right where I got out, which was right here. So that line there representing where I, in trading terminology, covered the short. So I got out of the trade. And let's see what ultimately happened next. Well, you can see the next candle. Whoa, way down. And then another red candle. And then another red candle, way down. Again, the price is now here, which from the short side is a great thing because it keeps going down. Problem is, I got out way up there. But we're not even done yet because you can see that next candle. Oh, are you serious? Again, I got out way up here, and then the price proceeded to drop all the way down there. And you can see it finally hit a low all the way down at 146.30, and just to rub salt in my wounds, I got out all the way up there. Now talk about frustration. Talk about, that is what was going through my mind. Pure frustration. Now what made it a little bit easier was I'm glad that some members from the community hopefully made money from it. And I say hopefully made money from it in this form. Hopefully they chose a different strategy than what I did. I chose a scalping strategy. I gave my reasoning for it. It was very early on in the day, but you know what? In hindsight, I was wrong to have chosen that strategy. I was right to take the trade because I still made $300 in 15 seconds, but I was wrong in the form of what strategy I chose in the form of trade management. So had I chosen a strategy that would have required me to hold a bit longer, then yes, I could have done so much better. And I know some members of the community did do that, and they scored huge on that trade. But my frustration is completely false. Your frustration in these sorts of situations is completely false. Why do I say that? because there is nothing wrong. In fact, it's everything right. There is nothing wrong with following your rules. If you have a rule in certain circumstances and you follow that rule, you did it right. I get it. It can be frustrating when you look and say, play the what if game of, well, what if I would have not followed that rule? What if I would have broken the rule? Now, right, you're not going to say broken the rule in your mind. You're going to say, you're going to, rearrange the words like, oh, what happens if I would have, just followed a different rule? Or, your mind is very good at kind of sugarcoating stuff. Your mind is a great politician, right? It's good at making things sound better than what they actually are. But at the core, it is not true frustration. It is false frustration because you did what you're supposed to do. I did what I was supposed to do. Given my circumstances, given how the strategy works within those circumstances, I needed to make a scalp. I needed to take a scalp trade. Yes, very frustrating to see what happened next, but that doesn't mean I did anything wrong per the rules of the strategy. And when you follow the rules of the strategy, you are doing it right. There are no guarantees in the market, and part of that is just because you follow your strategy doesn't mean that you're going to maximize every trade. That's not our job as traders. Our job as traders is to follow rules when we know those rules that over a longer period of time, over multiple trades, are going to keep our risk management and our risk, overall in control. And you need to always remember that, as difficult as it may be when you experience situations like this, where you follow your rules and then you sit back and say, wow, I could have made so much more money. And you can quickly lose sight of the fact of what you should be focused on, what we should all be focused on as traders, and that is following our rules. Assuming, of course, rules are based in a strategy, are based in the context of managing risk and ensuring that over time, because of that risk management, it's going to keep you surviving as a trader and then ultimately allow you to thrive as a trader. But I'll be the first to admit I felt it here, and it is painful when it happens. You can just want to chuck a chair across the room. But at the core, and I'm speaking to myself right now just to remind myself, you know what? It happens. That's part of trading. And frustration is there, but it's completely false. It's not real. It's not justified because there is nothing wrong. In fact, like I said at the beginning, it's everything right when you are following the rules to your strategy, when you're following the rules to behave in certain manners given whatever the circumstances are at that moment in time. So if you've ever been there, you're not alone. I've been there. You just saw how it happened to me, and that's all right. Doesn't make you a bad trader. As much as it feels like it might make you a bad trader, it actually makes you a good trader because, again, it means that you are following your rules. And when you follow the rules over the long period, it's going to save you from some very painful potential losses and keep you in the market. And that's what our job as day traders is. Survive so that we can, over time, thrive in the markets. So hopefully you found this helpful. Hopefully you found this kind of, you're not alone in these situations. And did you enjoy me using a real life example as opposed to me sitting here talking in theory about, well, how I read about or I hear about, all this sort of stuff. No, I showed you that. So if you appreciate that, if you would like for me to make more videos like this, then hit that like button, leave a comment down below. Do you have any sort of stories like this where you had false frustration? Share those down in the comment section. But yes, false frustration. Be very, very wary of it because it's actually completely false and it's proof that you are behaving as you should as a trader by following your rules. So hit that like button, leave a simple comment below. Thanks for watching. First off, thanks so much for watching the entire video. Real quick, before you go, I want to invite you to a live webinar, web class, training, workshop, online event, whatever you want to call it, but it will be me live revealing to you what I've discovered that has allowed me to transform myself from being an employee to being my own boss, including how I had only one losing day out of 73 days in total. I'm going to cover 3 keys that have helped me unlock profitable consistency within the markets. The first key is super weird, but in a productive type of way. The second key is super awesome because it quite literally is wired into our DNA as humans, making it very easy to use. But in a cruel way, this becomes a pitfall for many traders. I'll explain it all though, including how to avoid the pitfall that it creates for some. And yeah, the third key, when you hear it, sounds way too good to be true, but it's not, and I'll show you how it all works. Then at the end, I open it up for a question and answer session that is, again, totally live. Even if you can't make the live session, please still sign up as it will be recorded, and you can go back and watch the replay that I will send you. click the image on the screen or click the link down in the description box so you can get the date and time and claim your spot, which I should note is limited due to the fact that this truly is a live event. If you have any questions, let me know. If not, I'll be seeing you soon.